in the previous episode of the Toy War.
After a failed attempt by regime forces in the northwestern part to capture the road leading to a town during their first offensive, the regime is now preparing to launch their second and final offensive in the northeastern part of the country to break through the rebel defense line and reach the town. He is sending one company of infantries and one company of mechanized and one company of armor and background artillery support to break through the rebel defense line and reach the town. Everyone, this is Toporan Gaming. Welcome back to another episode. This is episode 67 of the Toy War Season 2. We're in the northern eastern part of the Kanho continent. In the previous episode, we saw the regime forces to start their first offensive in the northern western part of the country to retake the land, to retake the road to leading a town, but failed. Now we're gonna see the regime start their final and second offensive in the northern eastern part of the country to break through this defense line to reach a town in the northern eastern part of the country before the peace deal. Everyone, this is Napoleon Gaming. Welcome back to another episode, and this is episode 67. We're now in the northern eastern part of the country. You heard me saying in the previous episode we saw the regime to start their first offensive but failed to break through that defense line. Now the regime forces are ready to begin their second offensive in the northern eastern part of the country to retake the land before the peace deal. And here the rebels create another defense line. Look at this type of defense line they're building again. Much bigger too, like the last time. More Pak 43, more flak, more anti-air, more machine gun, more infantry, and more mortars and artillery to defend this defense line in the northern eastern part of the country. Also guys, remember, this is not real. This is just a fictional battle, a fictional war in a game. There's no real life politics. There's no real life events in connection in real life. They're just fictional. There's no real thing. To remind you to the admins that this is not real. Do not demonetize my channel. Also, if you want more like this, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and hit that bell button to don't miss any future episode or the future content of the channel. Also, when you join my Discord, go to this video description and click the link there, because if you join my Discord, you have your own role like being a commander, lieutenant, soldier, commander, pilot, tank commander, a general, everything one for each faction. And if you're a general, you can command me what type of defense you want in the next episode or the future episode of the series, because every time I say before the start of the battle what is the outcome of this episode will affect the next episode. So who's gonna win for both sides will affect the next episode. So if the regime failed, they're failed. If the rebels win, they still have it in the next episode. So yeah. Also guys, for the next episode of this series will be the final episode for the Kanho continent, the Kanho conflict. This will be the end of the episode of the Kanho continent. Episode 68. That will be the final episode for the Kanho conflict, the first conflict of the series, of the second series. That's gonna end for the next episode. For the final season of the series will be episode 73. We're not yet reaching the episode 73, so yeah, we're still getting close to that. But for if you want your own hero, if you want to suggest your own hero, please comment guys. We'll put the type of hero you can suggest in the comments. Put that there, and I will put that in the game. I will try to put that in the game. Also guys, we're almost reaching our goal for 150 subscribers. We need one more subscribers. Right now we're in 149 subscribers, so we need one more. Also, thank you so for supporting the last episode, for your likes, and for the channel. Thank you so much for that, for your viewers, everything for this channel. Thank you for that. Now for the world update right over here. There's no world update because the regime failed to retake this land over here in the northern western part of the country. So I'm not put that in the world map update. So yeah, there's no update for that. But right now, today's battle location is right over the red circle, northern eastern part of the country, right over here in that red circle. That's the location today's, guys. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say in the introduction. I don't want to wait anymore for this battle. This will be the second to the final episode of the Kanho conflict. I don't want to anymore wait. It will be the time to start the second offensive and the final offensive of the regime forces in the northern eastern part of the country. Okay, I think that's done. No more introduction. Let's start this. In 3, 2, 1, go. No more waiting, guys. Let's start this. Until low my volume little bit, and let's start this first wave of the offensive, of the final offensive of the regime. It will be the final offensive, guys. You see the first, there it comes, and here comes the back to support with the brand new effects. Damn. Okay. There's no damage. There we go. I'm the first, and let's start this battle. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's a tank over here that's supporting the assault. Oh my god. I think right over here. There you go. This is, no, that's not the tank. Where's the stupid tank that supports this battle? Ooh, this is the tank that the regime are using to support the battle. And here comes the second wave with some light support now. There's still more rebels are defending. Ooh. Ooh. But this now, right now in this battle, there's more damage on the defense line of the regime. Ooh. Tank down. The second wave is still continue for the... Ooh! That explosion. Some BTR 60 are firing. Yep. Ooh my god. That's a long RPG. Shot. Ooh! Another explosion. Some machine gun here, some MG42. Battles. Yep, I'm back. Ooh. The mortars, yep. I think that's the third wave. Yep, that's the third wave. Yep, it's much heavier. You're using heavy much IS-2 or IS-1 tank for IS-2. This is IS-2 from the regime. They're using heavy tank to break through this defense line. But the rebels are still holding. Ooh, the attack artillery support is still firing. Damn. No more rocket artillery. Nope, he still survived. Damn. Damn this lag. Some T-54. Yep, T-54. Where's that IS-2? There, IS-2. There you go. T-54 down. And there's still more defense line holding. No final wave. The regime are pushing in now. They're breaking through the second line. Or no. Or not yet. But damn. The battle still continue for both sides. They have some mortars. Yep, there's still more rebels are defending. Ooh, the IS-2 down? Yep, IS-2 down. Some regime soldiers. Yep, there's some. That will still continue. Yep, there some regime soldiers are surviving the third wave. Yep, there's some regime soldier or regime squad here. Oh my god, mortar, hand mortar, I think that's a hand mortar. Ooh. I think that, yep, this is the final wave. The T-54 and the T-55 tanks on this battle will be the final wave. This is the final wave of the second offensive in the northeastern part of the country. This is the last hope of the regime to break through this defense line. Here comes the second wave, the final wave. Let's move. There's still some more defense line from the regime, or to the rebels. There's more defense line. Ooh. T-54? The T-55? T-55 down already. Damn! Damn, these guys are fighting. But on the left side, they're not breaking through this defense line. There's some regime soldiers are entering the trench. Ooh. Yep. Still tanks survive. How many regime soldiers survived this battle? Let me see. This is the remaining regime soldiers surviving the battle. Okay, that's the remaining soldiers of the regime in this offensive. They're not yet entered the... Damn! These are holding. What the hell, where's the firing is up? There's still more soldiers are defending. Oh! Ano this offensive right here? There's some regime soldier here. Ah. Ooh, regime push! A regime push in this line here. Ooh. And they're died. They're dead already. Oh my god, they're died already over here too. How many regime soldier now? Oh my god. This is the remaining soldiers. There's no more soldiers on the left side, but there's some soldiers on the right side. And one army survived. And that armor died. Come on, boys. This will be the remaining soldier. And that's die. Yep, no more armor. Time to final push. That's Hura charge, boy. That's Hura charge for the regime. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh. This. And died. Omar? Yep. No, there's still one tank survived. Come here. Come here. Let's destroy this tank thing. And tank down. And another win for the rebels. The yellow are is the survivor, or the yellow and red are the death or the KIA in this battle. The reds are the regime and the yellow are the rebels. You see here, lots of rebels still survive. But there's already a chance they're breaking through the first line to second line, but there's still more soldiers here. Look how many soldiers of the rebels are defending this defense line. And the regime are still lost with their heavy unit. They have heavy tanks, some armor mechanized infantries, and some artillery support, but they're still failed. Damn, that means there's a real problem in their government. Because their army has a better equipment, but they're still failed. That means their lack of leadership, lack of strategy on the regime side, because they have no strategy to break through this defense line. But for the rebels, they're successfully defend it again for the eastern part of the country. They successfully defend the eastern parts, but they lost some soldiers from the regime. They lost some artillery. I think they lost some infantry, some rebel resistant forces. But for the artillery, they still have more here. Survive. All artillery survive, I think. Yep. All artillery survived the battle. And there's some anti-tank PAC-43, some flak, some infantry, some machine guns, stuns, but they still hold the defense line. For the regime, they failed the first attempt. No, sorry, I'm wrong. They failed for their second attempt to break through the defense line, to retake land before the peace deal, because after this episode, in the next episode, that will be the final battle, the final battle for the Kanho continent. That means that will be the end of the Kanho continent conflict. The regime that will be there, there's no more chance for them to retake lands, because that episode there will be a peace deal now in that episode. That means there will be a cinematic outro for that episode, for the next episode, guys. So I'm so excited to show you the cinematic outro for this conflict for the next episode of the episode 68. But for today, for today, the result is the regime failed to break through this defense line in the northern eastern part of the country. For the rebels, they successfully defend this part of the country from the regime offensive. The regime final offensive in the northern part of the country. So yeah, there are lots of loss, but there's still lots of survivors, and one officer survived once again. This officer survived. One resistant officer survived this battle. So yeah, and if you want more like this, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and hit that bell button if you don't want to miss any future episode or the future content of the channel. And if you want more like this, and also guys, remember, this is not real. This is just a fictional battle, fictional war in a game, in a world. There's no real life event. There's no real life politics. There's no real life war. There's no real life conflict. To remind you to admins that this is not real. This is fully fictional battle in a game. Do not demonetize my channel. And if one suggests your own hero, please comment, guys. I will put that type of hero you can suggest in the comments. Please suggest there, and I will put that in the game and put that in the series. And and also guys, I want to announce that I already preparing for the brand new series for this channel. After the end of this episode, after the end of this series, there will be the brand new series. We're still in the Toy War world, but there's a different conflict from somewhere else, not here. We're still in the main island of the toy world, but there's a little different on that battle, on the war. So yeah, we're gonna see another universe for this toy war. And also guys, if you want to join my Discord, go to this description, click the link there. And if you join my Discord, you have your own role, like being commander, pilot, soldier, tank commander, everything you want for each faction. And if you're a general, you can command me what type of defense you want in the next episode or the future episode of the series. Also guys, because every time before the start of the battle or start of the episode, every time I say this, that what is the outcome of this episode will affect or decide the next episode. So the rebel win this episode, that means they affect the next episode. And for the subscribers, thank you for your likes and your views and your support in the last episode. And for my channel, thank you for everyone who's supporting until the end of this series. Until the end of the series and the channel. Thanks so much for everyone for that. Also, we need one more subscriber to reach our 150 subscriber goal. That's our goal, to reach that goal. We need one more, because right now we're in 149 subscribers. I think that's all I want to say in the outro. I want to say thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for your day, and please enjoy your life. Please enjoy your daily life. Please love everyone around you. And that's all I want to say. Have a great day, and see you in the next episode. This is the Palawan Gaming. Goodbye.